Well, it is my honor and pleasure to recognize the City Section Division I football champions. You know them, you love them. You know who I'm talking about, the Reseda Charter High School Regents. Last Saturday, as you probably all know, in the title game, the Regents battled another great team from this city. And yes, another great team from my district, the Conquistadors of Woodland Hills and El Camino Real. And they won. These guys won by a score of 44-26. Reseda High School captured the Division I title. Couple of highlights. Quarterback Trent Butler, he's here, Trent. He completed 8 of 21 passes for 246 yards. Caden Jones rushed 15 times for 65 yards. Reseda has now captured its third city crown, having won the 2A division in 1986, the 3A division in 1995 under former coach Joel Schaefer. Schaefer, yes, we like to know him and love him. And now here they are today. The players on the Reseda varsity team set a goal in February during their off-season, and that's when the journey to this victory really began. At first, the goal may have seemed too lofty to some, because much of the Regents roster was full of young people. 12 sophomores, 6 juniors, 12 seniors made up the roster. However, these young men worked hard, getting stronger, sharpening their craft during 6 a.m. workouts in the spring. They worked hard. They had a vision. They knew where they wanted to go. And the summer came around, and the players began to gel, and they developed an amazing chemistry. Soon enough, they were faced with their first big test of 2019. That was a matchup with Crenshaw. Crenshaw was an opponent with a rich tradition and history of success. That night, the Regents were defeated. They were defeated on the field, but what that game did was provide a belief. Provided a belief that these boys can play and they can compete with anyone, anywhere in the city. And that belief buoyed them, and that made them stronger, and it made them want to work harder, and harder they did. As the season progressed, the kids grew mentally, emotionally, and physically. This progression allowed them to compete at a high level and allowed them to be resilient in the face of adversity. And these young men have accomplished something great that the entire community, alumni, and school is very proud of, not to mention the entire city council and the entire city of Los Angeles. One of the Regents' biggest fans is our own building and safety general manager, Frank Bush, who's here. Who was at the championship game cheering on the Regents, and he's here to do the same. And Frank's going to say a few words in a second. We also have Deputy Chief Pitcher over there. You guys all know Deputy Chief Pitcher. He is not only here to support the Regents, he is an alum, and he used to play on the team himself. So there is a big history here. It's not just about football, folks. This is about love of the community in Reseda. Now, tomorrow evening, the Regents will face Anaheim Esperanza High in Yorba Linda for the Southern California Division 5A Championship. Now, we know you're going to win, but win or lose, you are our champions in this city, and we're here to acknowledge that, and we love you. So please join me in congratulating the Reseda Charter High School Regents on the city championship, wishing them the best of luck for tomorrow. And we're going to have a couple of speakers. Now, I don't know, Trent, did you want to say a few words?
No, he said no.
He said no. Okay. Our quarterback, he's great under pressure. He can throw an amazing pass, but he does not want to speak in public. I understand that. But we do have the coach. You going to say a few words? All right. Come on up.
I just want to thank the City Council, specifically Councilman Bob Bloomfield, Jenny Portillo, and Frank Bush. Definitely proud of the guys behind us. The accomplishment is not only great for our school, but our community. Also want to just thank some of, along this journey, there's been a lot of energy and sacrifices made by a lot of people, especially on our end, my family, my wife, Rocio, and my kids. I want to thank our administration, Ms. Welsh, Ms. Garcia, and Mr. Sherman Garden back at the school. Want to definitely thank all our parents, our fans that continue to support us throughout the year. And our managers back here, some young ladies that sacrifice and put a lot of energy for these boys to continue their journey throughout the year. And lastly, definitely want to just thank the guys back here because they put in the work. Actually, not lastly, want to thank our coaching staff. Our coaching staff is made of great men of character, men that lead and lead the right way. And without it, we definitely wouldn't be up here. And so I love the coaches. There's two that are represented here today and the rest at home. And lastly, our players. These guys, as you heard earlier, they back in February they start 6 a.m. workouts. Those are not for the weak of mind or weak of body. And these guys were very consistent for the last 7-8 months, and ultimately brought home a championship to the city of Reseda. And I am extremely proud of you guys. And thank you once again for everything that you guys have done. You guys have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach. All right, Coach, would you accept this certificate on behalf of the entire team? This is a certificate of appreciation and recognition from the City of Los Angeles for our champions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.